welcome to Candid Talks. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness gracious. How's everybody doing? We're coming to you live from Southern California, and have we got a great show for you. My guest is coming to you live from Yuma, Arizona. She is here to share part 3 of her story in discovering her voice. And she's got a big announcement to share with you, so stay tuned. All right, so thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you. I always love it when you guys are here, and please ask questions. We invite you to ask Alice questions, ask me questions, and more importantly, my guest is here to share her story. So make comments, share the likes and the love, share this video, to someone who you know could use some inspiration today. I am PATI MAEZ, the Candid Coach, holistic business life coach and spiritual guide, connecting you to amazing entrepreneurs, offering inspiration to help you thrive. Do you find yourself holding your breath, going when somebody says something to you or you see something? Are you feeling angst and frustration from the social injustice, pandemic, and stresses over the economy? Are you struggling, and is your relationship suffering? You're not alone. You are not alone. You must know that. And there are so many resources, hence UNIV of Soul. Why I have Alice on today. She's a resource. Samadhi, Sea of Wisdom Meditation School is a resource for you. How about we all pause and take a deep breath? Join me, would you? Breathe deeply into your belly. And if you find your shoulders going up, take another deep breath and lower them. Let your belly fill up like the balloon. Just taking that breath in, filling up your belly. After years of practice, I created the MAEZ method, a breathing technique to help you get relief and relaxation. This breath helps you to center, align, and ground, align and ground into yourself to get conscious, clear, and congruent. That way you could collaborate with others with greater impact. You can communicate with your partner with greater impact. You can communicate at work with greater impact. Here we are collaborating with Alice today. Why? Because we center, align, and ground into ourselves. And we get clear with our message, and we get congruent and share that message. So I created the 7 spiritual essentials for business success. I know that sounds kind of wonky. Some people say spirituality in business. Well, let me tell you, spirituality saved my life in business. So my program, program is 7 spiritual essentials for business success, and it's a system that guides entrepreneurial women. And I don't leave the men out, but I'm focusing on the women at the moment, who continue to struggle from childhood trauma or current abuse to thriving personally and professionally. Yes, I went through the experiences and the training and all of that. And so I'm sharing from places of knowledge and wisdom, and I have so much to learn. So I like to engage with you. Some of my favorite parts is engaging with you and also promoting you. So my mission is to impact my mission. I get so excited about my mission, I can't even talk. So my mission is to make an impact to eradicate domestic violence. This is a very serious topic, and I like to bring fun into it to help you thrive from all the adversity and all the trauma and abuse. Women, you are not alone. I know I say that over and over. You are not alone. Reach out to someone you can trust to support you. My system helps you to stand up and be in your confidence to successfully expand your business while building satisfying relationships, especially the one with yourself. Why? So that you can be a victor, not a victim, to live healthier and more harmonious. Yes, in your life, not in the past, not in the future, but in your life today. My hashtag is today for tomorrow. Start today. What can I do today for tomorrow? Who can I call today for tomorrow? Make a list of people that you can call and put it next to your camera, next to your phone, next to your computer. tag, use a little, what is it, Post-it note. Jamie Hayen always talks about these Post-it notes. And yes, I'm addicted too. I love Post-it notes. So post these little notes someplace with a list of people that you can reach out to. Add Alice Sinohui to your list, right? And this way, you know who to reach out to when you start to feel yourself feeling anxious, or you get this floating anxiety, or there's glitches, or there's things that are happening in your life that you just say, you hold your breath, right? We want to finish that breath. We want to take that breath in, filling up, or if you get triggered, that's only half the breath. You want to finish the breath. That is the whole breath. So give yourself that opportunity. So if you're seeking more insight, need a safe zone and female support with laser-focused results, join my new group, Conscious Breathing for Breakfast. And yes, men, you're invited. Conscious Breathing for Breakfast, and I'll see you there. Or contact me directly on Messenger. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Because now I am delighted to welcome my dear friend and colleague, Alice Sinohui. Alice brings her experience in early childhood education, business administration, and Christian-based education, collaborating as a team with Michael, her husband. Beautiful soul man. I mean, he's like a brother to me. I just love him. And they are both co-founders of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. She co-leads with Michael in his quest for giving back to the community and beyond. Alice is a cancer survivor, a survivor of many forms of abuse. Alice lived a life of abuse, bringing trauma to her mind, body, and soul, and this created in her strength to transform her life through meditation. This ancient tool of meditation is what helped her come out of a life of abuse and self-pity. Her strong foundation gives her the needed love to reach out to others, using meditation as a tool to live her life more focused with self-love. Alice brings with her a huge heart filled with love and dedication to all those seeking more genuine life. Let's welcome Alice Sinohui. Come on board, Alice. Let's see, where are you? There you are. Oh, welcome, Alice.
Oh,
I'm so happy to have you here today.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Wow. First you had me laughing and you had me breathing, and then you almost had me crying when you did that introduction. That was so beautiful. Thank you, Patty, because that really shows that the work I've done with you, giving credit where credit is due first and foremost. You spoke about so much in that introduction, and I'm very thankful to you, Patty. I'm very, very thankful for that work that you do to help me find that inner child.
Well, thank you so much for the accolades, and thank you so much for the acknowledgement is what I meant to say. And Alice, this is about you today, and I'm going to let you take it away, share what is going on, where from the last time you were here, and just all of the new discoveries and all the adventures that you're on. Share with the audience, and welcome audience again for those of you who are just coming on. I am PATI MAEZ, the Candid Coach, and I'm here with Alice Sinohui. She is co-founder of Samadhi Meditation, Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School. So take it away, Alice.
Well, first I want to acknowledge something you said in the beginning about what you do for women. And then you mentioned also for the men. And there's something that I realize that I have done in the past, and I know society does this as well. We always say, behind every great man, there's a great woman. And the woman is the one that, is holding that man up to do what he does. But I just am very thankful that behind me now, there is a great man that helps me with all the issues that I've been dealing with since you mentioned all the abuse, mental anguish, everything that I've gone through. I'm very thankful to have that in my life now. And that is a big difference. We have a new student. I just want to go on this briefly, that I hear her and I felt like I hear myself. And as I'm talking to her, she's explaining her story, somewhere in my mind, I realize the difference between her and I right now is that she says, oh, but my husband is very supportive. And speaking to those women who've ever been abused or in a situation where you're abused, it's so important that that partner that you have aligns with who you are. When you don't have that alignment, it's not really the other person that's abusing you, it's yourself, that you allow yourself to be in that place. And you may wonder, well, how can I get out of that place? And that's where we come into meditation and to that mind. So where am I now, Patty? Is that what you're asking? Where is Alice now in that journey? The first time you brought me on was when you helped me find my voice. And you kept telling me, go back to that inner child. Something that Michael and I do with our students as well. But you know how that is. A dentist can't do his own work, and maybe a hairstylist can cut her own hair sometimes. But it's important to have support systems. Like you said in the beginning, have a list of people you can go to. And Patty, you are one of those people. So then I find that voice. Such a cliche. Find your voice, like it's in a drawer somewhere, you know, hidden away. And because I had physically thyroid problems for a while, I really couldn't sing the way I love to sing anymore. And I couldn't even scream. I used to be so afraid that if I was in an emergency type of situation, I wouldn't be able to scream out for help. But I realized it was vibrational. It was that literally I was dying so much inside, I didn't have the courage to use my voice. So when you first started helping me find that inner child, so I found it. And then what do I do with it? I would go through life saying, okay, well, I guess I have a voice now. And I would try and use it in certain places. And then I felt again I was being shut down. I could feel from other people. Everybody would, or anyone would speak before I wanted to speak, or I couldn't finish my sentences, or, you know, little things like that throughout my life. And then I realized, wait a minute. Is it really them? Because what a coincidence that wherever I go, it doesn't matter where I am, this voice just doesn't want to come out, or it tries to speak and then I'm shut down again. Through a lot of inner work that I'm very privileged to have Michael to do that with any time of the day. But inner work just within myself. I said, okay, how do I do this? And I manifest people into my life. So in comes another amazing student and now coach with our business, Josh Massey with Coach Time Finder. He is just the most energetic kid, I call him, right? He's a young entrepreneur. And he helped me now how to use the voice I found, which is a big key. So I said, okay, what do I do? He says, you just use that voice, Alice, and don't you let anybody tell you that you can't speak, and you get in there. Well, Alice took it to the extreme. All of a sudden I find my voice and I'm using it, and I even started doing things I didn't do before, like cussing. I'm like, it would just come out so naturally. And I'm like, nobody's going to tell me that I can't speak. And if you don't like it, too bad. If you don't like this, whoever it was. And then all of a sudden I noticed, wait a minute. I like the tone of it. I like the assurance and the confidence I have behind that voice, but somehow it's still not aligning with who I am. So Josh says, okay, Ali, okay, take it back a notch. You went all the way to the other extreme. Now you know you have a voice. Let's not be so, in that ego that everybody get out of my way because I have a voice, and so nobody speak because Alice is speaking. I had to take more deep breaths, go within, and really look at that little girl, at the young girl, at the young mother that when I was, all these places and times in my life where I thought I couldn't use my voice, where I use it too much. And then I found that balance. And I realized that in trying to use my voice, I was not even hearing myself. And that the voice isn't just when I'm speaking. Vibrationally, the voice is when I'm not speaking. So let's say I was supposedly shut down by someone and you can't speak. Really? So what did Alice do? Did she go have a poopy party? Did I start playing the victim again and saying, oh, well, nobody wants to listen to poor little Allie? No, I had to realize first and foremost that I've been being a brat. big time brat. My sister always would tell me that I was a brat, but I didn't believe it growing up. And then I realized, wait a minute, if I'm not allowed, or if it's not the time for me to speak, that doesn't mean I can't be kind to myself and I can't speak within myself and say, okay, I'll just wait my turn. Or maybe someone else has something different to say and I can know when to gauge that voice. But then I started to do my practice in my own little comfortable place, in my sacred space. And I would say, Alice, how do you talk to yourself? Are you gentle with yourself? Are you kind? Are you true to yourself? That when you are a bit of a brat, when you are in people's face, can you take responsibility and back down? And then could I find that gentleness that I've always had? I felt like I was becoming callous just because I wanted to have my voice. So that's where I am now. And I thought, well, what could we do? And now tying it into Samadhi, because if you watch our videos, you will find out that Michael and I have a very unique and different approach, totally different way. And we have some of our students that will sit right in front of us and literally go, oh, geez, one of you just go ahead and say it, or who's going to talk, right? So I have realized that now with Samadhi, Michael and I together have worked so closely in finding each other's voice, because I won't speak for him right now, but I realized, let's do something different. We need to really step it up. I need to step it up with my voice. So
yes,
that's it about the voice. So go ahead.
Wow. Yes, that's incredible, Alice. And in so many, I took so many notes here, and I'm going to back up. I didn't want to interrupt you because there was so much that value here for women and men to listen to, because we acknowledge both men and women, and we want both in our life. We can't have this life without one or the other, right? And I for darn sure don't want to live this life alone. So hence why all the people that I engage with. So you included. Now, the great man behind you, the old saying was about having this, behind every great man is a great woman. Well, it's true. It goes, it both ways. And it ties in with that extreme that you were talking about a little later. So, and then you talk about your new students, and I want to bring up the juices in just a minute with your new students, how you got your new students, but how you found your voice. How you found your voice, and then how you learned to use your voice, and then how you went to the other extremes. So what was that like for you when you first discovered, okay, you have your voice to help others, who are watching, and those of you who are watching, reach out to Alice and ask her more questions, or post some questions here, show us the likes and the loves, and let us know that you're here. We love participation. We love for you to contribute your thoughts and use your voice here. This is a great place to use it. So Alice, when you found your voice and you realized, oh, I do have something to say. I do have, I am important. I do have impact. And then suddenly you realize you go to that other extreme. What was it like in that transition? Do you recall?
Yes, I do. I recall that when I first realized that I'm free now to use my voice, I was a little scared. Mm-hmm. I was afraid. Fear backed up the thought of, I need to be careful what I say, because I don't want my words to a certain degree harm, if you will, those that have been close to me. Coming out of abuse wasn't just myself that came out of that abuse. There's other people involved, and I needed to be careful what I spoke. I didn't want to go way overboard. I didn't want to speak my true feelings, because that may maybe even affect some of my children, right? Because I came out of an abusive relationship, abusive marriage of 35 years. So then I would be very, very cautious of how I would use my voice. So sometimes I realize it's really not my voice if I can't use it freely. It's my fear of how other people are going to take it, regardless of their relationship with me at the moment. So I found it, and then I was very cautious in the beginning. I do remember that.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful place for others to hear, Alice, because what happens is, I mean, you and I share very similar life stories, and I was an observer and silent, for most of my life, and now I just love to entertain and engage, right? You can't stop me. But yes, it's being discerning, right? It's just like being conscious of how we're speaking and what do we really want to say and how do we want to say it, and who am I speaking with, and am I speaking this way in the bathroom? Am I speaking this way when I'm alone, when I'm in the car? How I'm speaking to myself and how I'm speaking to others is really critical to understand and to know that we're doing both at the same time. So when we're speaking badly or discourteous or however we're speaking to the other person, we truly are talking about ourselves. We're just releasing that, right? Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, basically, my concern was, and that discernment is very important. Maybe there's information that nobody else really needs to know. Maybe there's information that's only for me to sift through for my own healing, for my own wholeness, and that's it. Maybe it never needs to be said. So I am very particular about communication and make sure you enunciate and what you say and when you say it. So all of a sudden when I have my voice, of course, part of me says, I just want to let go of all this. But it doesn't have to be out there like the extreme of either shutting other people up or going into that victim mode.
Yes.
Because I used it a lot as a victim. And if I tell myself, no, I'm not a victim anymore, but I'm a victim of my own doing, then I continue to be a victim. It wasn't from another person, it was from my own doing. So that was a little, it took me a while. And I was in that stage for a while. Now, if you're going to ask me, it was like when I moved to the stage of when I finally got that power to use a voice. Oh, I had to give warnings to my family. I said, listen, I'm not going to hold back. I'm done. I'm done with holding back. And I'm not going to do this subby talk anymore.
Oh, I love that.
If you don't like it. So I kind of warned them because I felt like I was being a little bit of a, I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I gotta be careful how I express myself. And I didn't like that part of me. I'll be very honest. Yeah. My own conscious, my own heart center told me that's not where you want to be, which brings me back to that new student, because that's where a lot of women are sometimes. Doesn't matter your age and how far you are on the path. When you find that voice, you think you can conquer the world and you just want to use it, but you haven't for a while. So it's like, wait a minute, I need to know how to gauge this.
Yeah, it's really amazing is, so I was, I had blinders on for most of my life, and I didn't want to hear anybody's stuff. And I just kept, my goal was to be a businesswoman at 6 years old. And so, I forged ahead. Right. And so I didn't learn to say the S word, the SHIT word, until I was like in my 20s. And then I didn't use that F word until I was in my, really toward the end of my 20s to my 30s, right? And then, so, wow, that word's kind of interesting. Wow, it has some emphasis to it, and you bang your knee and it's like F, oh, yeah, And so what was interesting was that my brother was the one that taught me, my younger brother was the one that said, why don't you just say the words, right? And I do that with clients. And I found myself doing that with clients because I could see that anger was in there. And if you weren't going to be able to express it emotionally, it was impacting your body. And so when we get to express that, whatever it is that's happening, whether it's happy, and me, I express everything, excitement, mad, it's all going to come out. And allowing yourself and allowing others to pause and have that moment and not taking it on, because that's where the victim part is, right? Where we take on that information and we start to feel like, oh, that person is either going to leave me, doesn't like me, is abusing me, or whatever it is that we're saying to ourselves and to others, especially when we're saying it to others. So I'm so happy that you're here, Alice, and thank you so much for being here. And our time, of course, always goes so fast. And I want to ask you about your, I mean, because we could talk more about this, but I want to talk with you about your announcement before we head out here. You have a From Chaos to Clarity challenge, a 5-day challenge. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Oh, well, that
Oops.
okay, it's very dear to my heart, Patty. This challenge, Latera Dragu was the one that approached Michael and I. She is our website designer and friend student. And she says, we got to do this challenge. And I want to help you guys do this challenge. Well, we came up with that title. Just everything flows just organically. It's not like we planned it for such a long time. We're sitting in her living room and it just came to me, chaos to clarity. And why, I see it now, and Michael and I have been getting the confirmation that this challenge really represents what this world has been going through lately. We don't need to say exactly what. We all know what we've been going through for these last months. And then ourselves, Michael and I in our relationship, Michael and I in our own individual relationship, all this chaos, all this resistance that we had in the beginning of our business, of our relationship, from exterior environments, and him and I trying to figure out the chaos. And as soon as Michael and I come into this clarity through our business coach with Josh Massey with, how to bottle Samadhi, and Latera, how to bottle Samadhi, then this challenge just was birthed, I guess, into what we represent, because we are those mirrors. When people come to us for help, we're just your mirror, and we're here to help you help yourself. So the 5-day challenge says it very clearly, from chaos to clarity. If you are in chaos, which usually starts within ourselves, we think it's outside of us, but it really isn't. So you're going to find out in those 5 days how to go about and to realize what Samadhi is about, to get to know us a little better and see if Samadhi is a fit for you as well.
Alice, and your meditation challenge starts on Monday, right? I posted
Yes.
the link here so that others, and please post your links in the comments so people can reach out to you for that. And I also posted your phone number and your email for those who want to reach out to you. And also Latara. Hi, Latara. I hope you're watching, because Latara was instrumental in getting this website and getting your challenge going with you. And I love that. And she's such an amazing woman. And so reach out. I mean, we've got so many resources here. And we could go on. And unfortunately, we're running out of time. But I want you to share a little bit about your juice, the Juice Garden.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
well,
Juice for Life.
The Juice Garden obviously is only here locally, and some of our people in all parts of the US say, oh my gosh, how could I get some of that juice? I just started doing that because of course, with the cancer, I believe in it so much. And I just wanted to share with our local community. And then it was really handy because of COVID and people who wanted to remain healthy. And then it was just when I got a question, hey, so how did you do that with the cancer? And I said, well, my juicing, Chinese medicine, but more importantly, meditation. And then they asked, what? So now we have 2 amazing students that I will be announcing them later today. 2 new amazing students who were first my juicing customers, and now they're our students. And they are just the most amazing ladies. I'm just so thrilled, because especially one of them said that she found our feed, one of our live feeds, just by accident, right? And someone had put it on her. Yeah. And she says that she looked at the feed and she hears Michael talking, and then all of a sudden she's like, I know that lady. She's the one that makes my juices. Oh my gosh. And she had my phone number for the juices, and she thought, well, can I get a hold of her? Should I be bold enough to just send her a text and tell her, I want to know about your school? So that's how that started. And all I do is just help people in my community to empower themselves through what they put in their bodies, which juicing really helps.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Alice. And Alice, will you give the audience, and maybe we could check in quickly. Do you want to check in with the audience and
I
give
don't
them
see
some
anything
time?
I don't see anything on my end to check
Well,
in with
I've got some
comments.
comments
I
here.
don't. I have some on my feed over on my page that I saw on my cell phone, but I don't see anything on yours.
Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and quickly run through because I know we're running on time here. Out of time, I should say. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, start today. Love that, she says. And then me too. I am a Post-it note queen. We love our Post-its, don't we, Sarah? And then Thomas is here. Alice is such a beautiful spirit. Yes, indeed you are, Alice. And then Michael is here. Love you, Alice Sinohui. Love you, Josh Massey. Hi, Patty. Hi, Dawn. Thank you for joining us today. This is awesome. Love you, Patty Maez and Alice Sinohui. You are both such goddesses. Thank you so much. Latara, you're amazing. And we've got, yes, you three are Alice Sinohui, Patty Maez, you, Latara Dragu, and every beautiful soul on here. Yes, thank you. And Latara says, hi, I was an observer most of my life. Then I realized that this life isn't just a rehearsal. You can get to this life once. Live this life once. May as well go full out. I could take a deep breath too, couldn't I? All right. I applaud Alice's awareness of how she uses her voice, speaking honestly, but without compassion, can simply be venting without wisdom. Yes, we are true believers in that, aren't we, Thomas? Self-responsibility, true key to inner freedom. Very well said, Latara. And then genuine assessive expression of self wherever you are, practicing the golden rule. Yes, I am shocked. I can't believe that your brother knows nasty language. LOL. Yeah, that's right. Who is that guy? And then we have many, many more. Michael says, thank you, Patty Maez, and highly recommend Alice's tasty juice treats. Yes, we do know your juice treats. We had a couple of flavors, and that was so cool. And Rosa Plume is here. Hello, Rosa. Thank you for joining us. And back to you, Alice. Back to you, Alice. Let me see here. How do I remove these things? Okay, here we go. All right, back to you, Alice. Give the audience, if you would, please. Give them your final little tip or your call to action for them to take to handle today. Oops, I did it.
First and foremost, always remember to breathe. Breathe before you speak. Take time for yourself. Love yourself. Be your genuine self without that fear of what people are going to think. And if you use kindness, true unconditional love, you can't go wrong because it all comes back to you.
Thank you so much, Alice. And folks, don't forget about From Chaos to Clarity 5-day challenge starts on Monday, 9/21. Reach out. The links are going to be in the comments. And Alice, I'll be with you in just a moment. Thank you so much. All right, folks. Wasn't that amazing, amazing, and incredible? There's so much information here. Please, if you're watching, if you're coming back to watch, hashtag replay, let us know, ask questions, make comments, and we're here to serve you. We are here to serve you. UNIV of Soul is a resource center, and Alice Sinohui, reach out to her, reach out to me, Thomas, Michael. I mean, there's so many wonderful people. Latara, she's here, Rosa. Reach out. There are so many people here to serve you. People are so happy to serve. They are so happy to engage. And remember, you are not alone. So thank you so much for being here with us today. And thank you again, Alice. And we will see you next time. I am Patty Maez, the Candid Coach, UNIV of Soul, CEO, Holistic Business Life Coach. Have a great day, everyone.